I witnessed a major form of social inequality at my old job back home. My manager was a middle-aged divorced man who commonly treated employees differently depending on their employment status, gender, but most of all, age. I witnessed him belittle multiple employees because he felt superior due to the significant gap in age. He would yell at the teenage employees for tasks that were not their responsibility, and I would not say a thing, mostly because I was and am a teenager and did not feel comfortable. It is very apparent that this situation demonstrated social inequality merely based on the fact that he treated younger employees with less respect than elders. He would call out younger employees in front of everyone while he would privately discuss any concerns with the adults. He embarrassed and humiliated dozens of young employees in front of my fellow employees and I, as well in front of the customers. An issue, according to the textbook, is defined as a matter that can be explained only by factors outside an individual's control and immediate environment, created by social forces. Age is clearly outside of an individual's control, and being treated unfairly based on age then demonstrates an issue rather than a trouble. The social interactions between the manager and the employees were rather disturbing. Customers often complained to my fellow employees and I that our manager was extremely disrespectful toward the younger employees. I believe that my manager did not match his role expectations with his role performance. Role expectations are defined as norms about how a role should be carried out in relation to other statuses. A role performance is the actual behavior of the person occupying a role. My manager went too far with his role expectations to the point where his role performance was disrespectful, unfair, and unequal towards younger people. What I mean is his role expectations are to manage, unify, and overall control the staff in a respectful manner. His role performance demonstrated a much more hateful, distasteful approach in managing his team. This sort of action becomes normalized in society because younger people are always assumed to be more incompetent than older people. That has been shaped socially in society. Younger people have much to learn and therefore deserve to be treated differently. It is difficult for young people to challenge this sort of inequality due to the fact that adults will always claim that with age comes experience and therefore knowledge. This is referred to as conformity, which is defined as following and maintaining the standards of a group. By not challenging the unequal treatment, I became a conformist. I should have attempted to challenge this inequality. I should have stood up for the younger employees due to the fact that it is completely unjust to treat younger people with complete disrespect. Deviance, which is defined as the fact or state of departing from usual or accepted standards, especially in social or sexual behavior, can be hard to do in a situation like this. Norms are the standard or typical social behavior expected of a group, and deviating from norms is not always ideal, but socially challenging the disrespect towards young employees would have given all young employees of the company a better chance at receiving equal treatment. The structure in the situation would be the policies and the management of the company, and the agents would be younger employees challenging those policies. The agents often challenge the structure in order to introduce social change. Social inequality can also depend on the context, and context refers to the larger social setting in which a person lives or his or her life that also presents opportunities or barriers to success. In this case, the company is the context that is presenting a negative working environment for young employees. The informal dimensions of an organization include behaviors that depart from the formal dimensions, such as employee-generated norms that evade, bypass, or ignore official rules, guidelines, and procedures. The informal dimension in this case is the unequal treatment of employees. Overall, the manager of this company clearly demonstrated social inequality towards young employees, and there are plenty of things that I should have said. I should have questioned his words, pushed for more equal treatment among age groups, and challenged his authority to treat young people with such disrespect. I could have privately talked to my manager and informed him that I feel he is being extremely disrespectful towards younger employees. I could have talked to the assistant manager about my concerns and listened to her input on the situation. I should have at the very least stood up for my fellow coworkers during their embarrassment in order to prevent such an act from continuing.